Okay, good day everyone. Let's have Physics Blessings 1, okay? I have prepared you guys 150 items regarding physics doon po sa enhanced, based on the enhanced TOS natin. So, mainly yung physics po natin ngayon is focusing only on thermodynamics, optics and waves, ano pa? Yung sa electromagnetism at saka yung sa classical at modern physics. So now, let's have the first set of the blessings po. Blessings 1. So let's have number 1. Matter waves were first hypothesized by which of the following scientists? So here we have different scientists po. So sino po dito ang associated kay matter waves? Basta matter waves po, ang isasagot po natin is sino po? Si de Broglie. Okay? Si Louis de Broglie. Number 2. According to the scientific method, what needs to be done to move beyond conjecture or simple hypothesis in a person's understanding of his or her physical surroundings? So, from this question po, ano po daw ang next move po kapag meron na kayong na-formulate na hypothesis? Ano pong next doon sa research process? Ang next po is you should conduct a controlled experiment. Number 3. Which of the following units can be used to express the strength of a magnetic field? When we are talking about magnetic fields, yung unit po dyan is kay or ay si Tesla po, okay? Tesla po ang ginagamitan natin na units to express the strength of a magnetic field. Tesla. Kapag magnetic field. Number 4. Sound vibration below 20 vibrations per second is considered what? Okay, anong tawag po dito sa sound vibration that is below 20 vibrations per second? So from the word below po, below 20 vibrations, ang tawag po natin dito is infrasonic. Okay? Infrasonic. Pag below 20 vibrations per second. Number 5. Cobalt-60 is a strong source of gamma rays and is used in the treatment of what? Kapag makakita kayo ng cobalt-60 po, i-associate natin siya kay cancer. Okay? Cobalt-60 kay cancer po. Number 6. Number 5 pala. Okay, 6 na ito. So, we have optics. A spherical concave shaving mirror has a radius of curvature of 30 cm. The magnification of a man's face when it is 12 cm from the vertex of the mirror is what? So, paano po natin to isa-solve? Dapat lang natin gamitin or dapat lang natin memorizein yung mirror equation at saka mirror or lens equation or yung magnification equation. Okay? So, from the question, we have the following given. Okay, we have the radius of curvature which is 30 cm. Yung distance of the object, yung 12 cm po dito, 'di ba? Yung from the vertex of the mirror, so 12 cm yung DO. At yung focal point po natin is just r over 2. So radius of curvature over 2. Okay, plus 15 cm. Bakit po plus? So yung sign convention po natin is that F positive po siya kasi po concave mirror po ang nasa question. Okay, pag concave mirror, positive po yung focal point. Kapag convex po, please remember that is negative. Yan po yung mga sign convention natin. So, using the mirror equation, we have 1 over F equals to 1 over DO plus 1 over DI. So, we will just input everything to find DI or yung distance po sa image. So, inputting everything, we have 1 over DI equals to 1 over 15 minus 1 over 12. At we can get or it will yield DI is equivalent to negative 60 centimeter. Okay, now, negative 60 po siya kasi po, kapag negative po yung sign convention sa DI natin, it means that it will move to the opposite direction. Okay, opposite direction po siya. So here, we have the DI which is negative 60. So using the magnification equation which is M is equivalent to HI over HO or equal to negative DI over DO. Now, from this magnification equation, meron po tayong di at saka do. So, all we do is to input again, di and do. So, magnification is equivalent to negative times negative 60 over 12. Then, it will yield to 5 cm po, okay? 5 cm. So, makakancel out yung dalawang negative, magiging positive na siya. Okay? So, we will have 5 cm po. Yan po yung magnification of a man's face when it is 12 cm from the vertex of the mirror. Okay? So, we will have more of this later on in this set actually. Let's have number 6. Which materials has or have large thermal conductivity? So, among the four, only 2 lang po yung mataas po yung thermal conductivity, which is pinaka-primary po natin is si copper. So, from the options, only 1 lang po si copper dito, which means that the answer is letter A, 1 and 2. Concrete and home insulations are insulators, thus they don't have large thermal conductivity. Let's have number 7. Okay, optics again. Mirror equation. An object 2.0 cm is placed 14 cm to the right of the concave spherical mirror. So, meron tayong concave again po ha. So, having a radius of curvature of 20 cm. The position and orientation of the image is what? So, ang hinahanap natin is yung position at saka yung orientation ng image. So, from the options, meron tayong 35 cm to the left at saka puro inverted naman ito lahat. So, 35 cm at saka 25 cm. Either to the left or to the right. Yung to the left at to the right po dito, ang lalabas po dyan or ang masasagot po natin is it will depend on the sign convention of the distance of the image. So now let's try to solve this. So inputting all of the given, we have r equals to 20, yung radius of curvature, which is 20 cm. Yung DO natin is 14 cm to the right. At saka yung focal point natin is positive kasi po concave spherical mirror po yung yung mirror po dito. So plus 10 centimeters. Okay, plus 10 centimeters kasi r over 2 po yung focal point. At meron din naman tayong HO which is 2 centimeter. Yan po yung height of the object. Now, using mirror equation, we have 1 over di equals to 110 minus 114. Then it will yield di equals to 35 centimeters. Now, 35 centimeters is positive, di ba? Meaning to say, it will go to the usual direction, which is to the right. So, anong isasagot po natin? 35 centimeter to the right of the mirror. At saka, inverted po siya. Okay? Inverted po siya. Number 8. An object 2 cm high is placed 14 centimeters to the right of a convex spherical mirror, having a radius of curvature of 20 cm. The position and orientation of the image is what? Now, iba po ito kanina kasi yung kanita, kung ito po is concave. Now, convex na po siya. So, magiging iba na po yung orientation dito. Kasi kapag convex, magiging ang F natin is magiging negative na. Okay? Yung F natin is negative. Kasi po, again, let's try to recall, kapag concave po, yung focal point is positive. Kapag convex naman, magiging negative yung focal point. So, inputting all of the given, we have r equals to 20, 14 cm to the right, yung distance of the object. We have a focal point of negative 10, and we have an h height of the object, which is 2.0 cm. rather. So, using the mirror equation, we have 1 over di is equivalent to 1 over negative 10 minus 1 over 14. Okay? Please, do not try to miss si negative. Kasi kapag hindi mo nilagay si negative dyan, magiging mali na agad yung sagot. Okay? So, here, it will yield di is equivalent to negative 5.83 centimeter. Now, yung di po natin is negative, meaning to say, it will go to the opposite direction, meaning that it will go to the left po. So, 5.83 centimeter to the left of the mirror. And it is, yung orientation po niya of the image is erected po. Okay, erected. So, 5.83 cm to the left of the mirror. At saka erect po siya. Number 9. The speed of light in crown glass is 2 times 10 to the 8 meters per second. The index of refraction of crown glass is what? So, ano po ang index of refraction ni crown glass dito? So, paano po natin ito isosolve? Ito lang po yun. So, we have the formula of index of refraction. We have N equals to C over V. C meaning to say, the light in vacuum at saka yung V, yan po yung velocity of light in the medium. Okay, yung medium natin dito is crown glass. So, therefore, we have N is equal to 3 times 10 to the 10 to the 8 meters per second kasi yan po yung speed of light in vacuum over yung sa light sa crown glass which is 2 times 10 to the 8 meters per second. So, calculating, we will have N is equivalent to 1.5 which is letter D. Alright? Sige, let's move to number 10. An object 1.5 cm tall is placed 6 centimeters to the left of the vertex of a convex spherical mirror, whose radius of curvature has a magnitude of 20 cm. So, ano po ang position po sa image ito? So, hinahanap natin is position of the image. And remember, convex again yung mirror dito. So, meaning to say, yung focal point natin is dapat negative. Okay, negative. So, inputting all the given, okay, R is equivalent to 20 cm. Yung distance of the object, 6 cm din, pero to the left. Yung focal point is negative 10. Bakit negative 10? Kasi convex po siya. Yung HO po is 1.5. Now, using mirror equation, we have 1 over DI equals to 1 over negative 10 minus 1/6. Calculating, it will yield DI is equivalent to negative 3.75 centimeters. Again, po yung DI natin is negative, meaning to say it will go to the opposite direction. It should go to the right side. So, 3.75 cm to the right of the mirror. Yan po yung position ni image. 11. An object 1.5 cm tall is placed 6 cm to the left of the vertex of a convex spherical mirror, whose radius of curvature has a magnitude of 20 cm. So, ang hinahanap naman natin dito is yung size of the image. So, size naman, hindi na orientation. Kapag size, ang ginagamit natin is yung mirror equation at saka yung magnification. Okay. Inputting all of the given, same kanina, negative din yung focal point kasi convex. So, diba yung kanina is negative 3.75. So, using magnification equation, we have negative DI over DO, yung distance of the object. So, yung DI natin is negative 3.75 at saka yung DO is 6 cm. Okay, remember, merong negative dyan. So, negative times negative, magiging positive siya. So, yung M natin is 0.625. Yan po yung magnitude. Now, we are looking for the size of the image. Paano po yan? Ito lang po. So, gagamitan natin ng magnification equation again to find yung height of the image, which is M is equivalent to HI over HO. Alam naman natin yung M, di ba? Which is 0.625. So, 0.625 equals to HI over 1.5, which is yung HO, yung height of the object. Now, finding HI, it will yield 0.938 po. Okay? 0.938 centimeter, which is letter D, delta. Number 12. Of the following, the copper conductor that has the least resistance is what? Okay. Ano po dito or saan po dito ang pinaka-least po yung resistance? Kapag least resistance po, ang isasagot po natin, it should be thick, it should be short, at saka it should be cool. Okay? Thick, short, and cool. Yan po yung least resistance po. Ang dahilan po dyan is meron siyang mga factors. Ito po yung mga underlying factors dyan. Yung length of the material po, mas mataas yung material, mas greater po yung resistance. In terms of cross-sectional area, kapag larger area po siya, it will offer less resistance. Kapag temperature naman, pag high temperature, it will usually result in higher resistance. At saka lastly, we have its kind of material. So it will depend on what material is it, kung anong ginagamit natin na material. Like for example, if iron po, it has more electrical resistance than a similar copper conductor. So ito po yung mga underlying factors which affects resistance. So ang sasagot po natin kapag least resistance, thick, short, and cool. 13. A drinking glass is 1/4 filled with water and is repeatedly tapped at the side with a metal spoon. What will happen to the pitch of the sound when the water inside the glass is increased? The pitch of the sound is what? So, ito po yung scenario po is that merong baso na tubig na 1/4 filled. Then, ano po ang mangyayari kapag nilagyan natin ng tubig? Okay? Increasingly, putting water inside the glass. Ano po mangyayari sa pitch dyan? Yung pitch po dito should decrease po because as you put water, as long as magiging puno po siya, magdi-decrease din po yung pitch niya. Okay? Magdi-decrease po yung pitch niya. 13. The boiling point of water changes with the height above sea level. The table shows the elevation of different mountains in the Philippines. In which of the following mountains is boiling point the least? So, ang hinahanap natin kung saan bang mountain po ang may boiling point po na pinaka-least. Okay? In this question, we'll just remember na kapag boiling point po, the more that you go to higher elevation, the lesser the boiling point. Okay? So, saan po dito ang pinaka-high elevation? Pinakataas na elevation? Si Mount Apo. So, si Mount Apo po ang sagot natin dito. Siya po yung may least boiling point. Okay? Least boiling point. Number 14. Diffraction occurs best in a wave when the slit width is less than the what? Okay, ano po dito ang tamang sagot? Slit width dapat is less than the wavelength. Okay? So, mangyayari lang po ito kapag mas maliit po yung wavelength compared doon sa slit width. Ay, hindi pala. Kapag maliit yung slit width doon sa wavelength niya. Mas best po yung mangyayari na may diffraction doon. 15. What would be the appropriate procedure to decrease the heat output of a fission reactor core? So, ang dapat nating gawin dito kapag we want to decrease the heat output, we insert the control rods further. Okay, yan po yung ginagawa ng mga workforce po if you are working on a nuclear reactor. Ini-insert po natin si control rods ng mas malayo po para mag-decrease po yung heat output. 16. The image for which light rays diverge and cannot form an image is what? So, ano po ang image po na result po nito? So, paano po? So, ito lang po yung concept. If the light rays diverge or magyang spread apart after reflection, then yung image is referred to as a virtual image kapag nag-diverge po siya. Kapag nag-converge naman, it will refer as a real image. Now, the question is, yung light rays nag-diverge siya. Meaning to say that the image should be virtual. Okay? Virtual delta. So, ito po yung real image versus virtual image. So, ang sagot mo natin dito 16, kapag diverge, virtual. 17. Which electromagnetic source is least harmful to humans? Okay, hinahanap natin yung least harmful to humans. Among the following, isa lang po. Ang sagot po natin dito is radio transformer. So, UV lamp, X-ray machine, microwave oven, it can bring harm po sa atin. Okay, unlike radio transformer na hindi naman natin mafe-feel yung electromagnetic wave na nandyan po kay radio transformer. 18. A heat engine operates with 65 kcal of heat and exhausts 40 kcal of heat. How much work did the engine do? So, meron tayong Q in at saka Q out. So, ano po ang work po natin dito? So, paano po natin to i-solve? Ito lang po yon. So, W po is equivalent to HI minus HO. Sino po si HI at si HO? Si HI po dito is yung 65 kcal minus 40 kcal. So, we have 65 minus 40, we have 25 kcal. Now, ang hinahanap po sa choices is joule po. So, we need to convert po. Convert po natin si kcal to joule. So, ano pong conversion rate? 4.186 kJ equals to 1 kcal. So, by conversion, we have W, yung work po is equivalent to 25 times 4.186 and it will yield to 105 kilojoules. Okay, delta. 19. A bar magnet was broken into 4 equal parts. The total number of magnetic poles existing in the 4 parts is, syempre, yung 4 po, yung isang bar magnet, binibreak down natin into 4 equal parts. Now, 4 equal parts will have 4 north poles at saka 4 south poles. So, overall, we have 4 plus 4, we have 8 po. Okay, 8 po yung total number of magnetic poles na nag-exist doon sa apat na parts po. 20. The polarization directions of two polarizing sheets are at an angle of 90 degrees to each other. What happens is what? So, kapag nagpo-polarize po at an angle of 90 degrees, ito po yung concept nito. It would eliminate all light if their transmission direction are placed at right angle. So, mag-eliminate po yung light po. Meaning to say, no light gets through. Kapag yung transmission direction po are placed at a right angle. Okay, no light gets through. 21. A spherical concave shaving mirror has a radius of curvature of 30. When it is 12 cm from the vertex of the mirror, the distance and the position of the image of the person is what? Okay? Same din ito kanina. So, by getting all the given, we have r equals to 30, distance object equals to 12 to the right, and since this is a concave mirror, so focal point dapat positive, so 15. So using the magnification, yung mirror equation, we have 1 over di equals to 1 over 15 minus 1 over 12. Then di po natin dito is negative 60. So negative yung di, meaning to say it will go to the opposite direction. Therefore, ang sagot natin is 60 cm behind the mirror at saka virtual. Okay? Virtual po. Kasi negative po yung di. 22. The power rating of an electric motor that draws current of 4A when operated at 110 volts is what? Okay, ang hinahanap natin is yung power rating. Paano po natin isosolve? Ano pong formula na gagamitin? Ito lang po. P is equivalent to I at saka V. Okay, yan po yung power rating natin. So, 4A times 110, meron tayong 440 watts, which is delta. Okay, 440 watts, which is delta. Yan po yung power rating kapag meron kayong current of 4A at saka operated at 110 volts. 23. A generator is a device that converts, okay, mechanical energy to electrical. Okay, obvious na naman ito kasi generator generates electricity. 24. To separate a 0.25 coulombs charge from another charge, 30 joules of work is done. What is the electric potential energy of the charge? So, ano pong formula na gagamitin natin? Ito lang po yon, basic lang po. V is equivalent to W over Q. Okay? So, to find V, inputting everything, yung given, equals to 30 joules over 0.25 coulombs, which we will have 120 joules. Okay, 120 joules. Last number. What is true of all combinations of resistors arranged in parallel? Okay, 1. Current splits down each leg of the combination. 2. Voltage is constant across each leg of the combination. 3. Resistance is the same for each leg of the combination. Okay, let's try to recall po kung ano po si series at saka si parallel. Ito lang po yon. So, kapag series po, yung voltage natin is V total equals to adding all of the voltage. Si parallel naman, equal po lahat yung voltage niya. Si current naman, equal din naman yung kay series at saka ay total din po kay parallel. Yung resistance naman, R total po kay series at saka 1 over R total po kay parallel. So, meaning to say, which is true of the combinations kapag parallel. Only 1 and 2 po. Yung current splits down each leg at saka yung voltage po is constant. So, that's all for set 1. So, see you po sa next set po, yung set